Good morning and Om Shanti to all of you listeners. Welcome back to your own channel, Seek the Soul that Truth Lies Within. And here we are ahead again with another blessing, a beautiful blessing, the 270th blessing, where God is trying to teach us a method to be constantly in yoga with Him or to constantly be in meditation with Him. What are the things, what are the conditions which are required to be fulfilled? Let's check them out. Baba says, may you be an easy and constant yogi. Yogi, remember the word yogi means someone who's in remembrance or in connection with the Supreme Being. Yogi doesn't mean somebody who's able to do different asanas, the physical asanas. That is just one part of Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga means to be in complete devotion to God, to remember Him by knowing who He is, where He stays, what does He look like, in every detail. Not just belief, but details. So, Baba says, may you be in easy and constant yogi and be constantly seated on the lotus seat while performing every act. Lotus seat means, as you've seen, all the deities have been shown sitting on the lotus mostly. Lotus is a symbol of purity. That means nothing impure can touch. It just slips away if it touches. That's why lotus is shown as it lives amongst muck, or it grows in muck. So the world is Kalyug, which we can define it as completely muck or dirty world, but we remain as lotus while being in that world. So let's get into the details. Baba says, in order to be constantly yog yukt, you have to constantly remain seated on the lotus seat. And that is the condition. What does come in this condition? Let's have a look. However, only those who are light can remain stable on the lotus seat. Light in our mind. So if our mind is not engaged into too many things, then only we have time for remembering God. So let there not be any type of burden or bondage. We create the burden, we create the bondage. So how are the bondages created? Bondages are created by thinking too much, or overthinking, or worrying, or being over concerned. So Baba says, when all the burdens finish, the burden on your mind of thoughts, how, when, what, where, when God has given us all the details of the future, the past and the present, when we keep on remembering that, then our mind stabilizes. Otherwise we start fluctuating in the past and the future and the present and worry in the present. Once we get to know the knowledge, what God has decided, what God's plan is for the future, then the fluctuation comes to a halt over a period of time. Then the burden on your mind of thoughts, the burden of sanskars, habits, our own sanskars. Sanskars could be of laziness, sanskars could be of postponing things every day, and the burden keeps on increasing. Indiscipline is also a bad sanskar. So these sanskars also become a burden onto us. The burden of attraction to perishable things of the world, that I can't live without this. If I don't have this, then I cannot meditate. If I don't have a proper seat, I cannot meditate. If I don't have warmth in the house, if it's too cold, I cannot meditate. If it's too hot, I cannot meditate. All those burdens are also there. So perishable things of the world also connected to things. If I don't get good food, I will not meditate. If I don't get to sleep well, if I don't get a good bed, I cannot meditate. And many more things which we give as reasons for not being able to do something for our own benefit. Then Baba says, the burden of attachment to your Lokik relations. Lokik means worldly relations. If my so and so relation becomes okay, then I'll start meditating. Well, that time will never come. So never come doesn't mean that person will not improve. That person will improve in their own time, but your time is limited. Your time on earth is very limited. If you keep on focusing on your relations and worrying about them, that once they're okay, then I'll go towards God, I'll move towards meditation, I'll take sabbatical. God says that will never happen. That day never comes. Do it now, and automatically those relations of yours will be taken care of by me, because through you the energy of vibration of purity and peace will spread and will benefit them, not the other way around, that you are worried, your intention, and then once you take care of all those things, your relations, then you'll come to God. That's known as Viprit Buddhi, or the inverted intellect, or the Kali Yuga intellect, or the iron aged intellect, which has got a big lock on its intellect and not able to think right because of attachment. So you will then be able to be seated on the lotus seat and be a constant yogi. So all the above reasons are the ones which don't let us be in a complete meditative process or a complete meditation, and it blocks us or it stops us. So let's check whenever we are meditating, is any of these aspects, if any of these aspects are coming in between, and what is the right method to meditate. You can learn it at Brahmakumaris Godly Spiritual University, where you are welcomed anytime for free, and learn it and spread the good news. Have a blessed day. Om Shanti.